Race number 7 then at Sha Tin, the second of our Class 1's red hot field as well, which we'll get to in a moment. But if you get an opportunity, make sure you check out Hong Kong Direct this week on the Multimedia Showcase on the website. Ed Sadler with part 2 of his chat with David Hall. Last week they were talking about Australia. This week, focusing on his Hong Kong career so far, and also checking in with Douglas White. He'll be saddling up Russian Emperor in the BMW Hong Kong Derby in a week's time. So have a look at him in his stable at home and his preparation for the big day. So that's Hong Kong Direct on the Multimedia Showcase. We'll keep pushing on, though, into this 7th event. I say it's a really good lineup. 9 of them go to post. Class 1 with a Group 1 horse heading the list, Hot King Prawn. John Size, Joe Moreira, of course, coming out of that fabulous win in the Centenary Sprint Cup. Voyage Warrior behind him that day. Big swing at the weight, so Big Party ran 3rd. Computer Patch ran 5th. Regency Legend, who was first up from a big break, he was 2nd place. Winning Dreamer, Skyfield and Wellington. These are the up-and-coming horses. Wellington unbeaten in 4 starts over the trip, as is Winning Dreamer. Computer Patch and Winning Dreamer are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days. We are at the touchscreen, as you've already seen, to have a look at the speed map and some of the key races here as well, Mark. And as far as the speed is concerned, I mean, it should be genuine enough, but who are the key runners to look out for here?
We've got Buddies drawn in barrier number 2. The speed map has him going back and on the rail, but he tends to race best in front, so I'm sure Vincent Ho will be doing his best to try and get him out of the gates and have him as close to the speed as possible. Computer Patch will come across from barrier number 7 and bring Voyage Warrior over with him. I'm sure ideally they would like to lead with Voyage Warrior if they can. Winning Dreamer has that uncanny knack and that early tactical speed to put himself into the box seat so often. That'll happen again, and with Skyfield drawn on his inside, he's not usually too quickly away, Skyfield. It'll put him fall back the rail and he'll have to try and use his high speed from well back in the field. So, Buddies, that one, I guess, on the speed map that could change, if anything. OK, all right. So what about the track work, Paul? What are the key horses here? Well,
it's got Hot King Prawn is obviously the class horse of the race. He's a Group 1 winner from his last start. But this is a handicap. He has to carry 133 pounds, which makes this horse race really interesting. But look, the horse himself goes well. There's no problems. He's coming to that Group 1. Now, Winning Dreamer, he looks like he's really bounced back from that disappointing run last time. Again, he had blood in the track here, but his work since has been good, and he looks really nice and shiny in the coat. So a lot of positives around it. Winning Dreamer that's bounced back. And here's Wellington as well. He's doing some nice, easy work, and he's another one that's out of the handicap. But look, he's such a good horse and up and coming as well. Barrier 4 for him. With Alexi Bedell, so he looks good. It's a great race.
It really is. So many winning chances, I think, as well, despite those handicap conditions. But one man with 2 live chances going to the race is Frankie Law. Ed with him once more to talk about Big Party and Winning Dreamer.
Frankie, you've got 2 runners in the sprint on Saturday. Let's start off with Winning Dreamer. He lost for the first time last time out. You've sent him to Chung Fa. How's he come back?
He come back much better. He looks fresh. And I tried him once. After trial, Vincent tell me he much better. He fresh up and ready for this one.
Are you confident with him then that he could win on Saturday?
At this moment, hard to say because you face to the Hot King Prawn. You know, he's very good sprinter, but we have lightweight to see. We got also good draw this time.
And with Winning Dreamer, you pushed him out to 1,400 metres last time out, but you've got him back to 1,200 here. Do you think he's more of a sprinter, Frankie?
I think he looked like look like a sprinter. So just let him race in 1,200 first at this moment.
He's come a long way for you. He's at 7 starts. He won his first 6 of them in a row. How much more is there to come?
For me, he looked like a horse keep improve. Only last time we stepped up to 14, maybe just a little bit problem. After the race, got blood inside. That's why I just give him a break. Come back, looks okay, looks everything perfect.
In the same race, you've got Big Party. I know he's had his issues before, but is he healthy and back to his best, do you think, Frankie?
Yes, now we can find out he much relaxed, can look like behind some horses. He looks better than before. Usually he's jump fast and then maybe follow the pace. Now he can relax behind some horses. In the straight he can sprint, but only this time we got draw outside, draw 9, to see what we just planning to do.
And he was also in that same trial that Winning Dreamer was in. What did you think of Big Party's trial that morning?
It's all good. He just, as I say, behind some horses, and then it's put him out. He comes strongly, so I will try to do the same things.
So Big Party's got more weight to carry. Who would be the pick of your two in that race?
At this moment, Winning Dreamer still, I think, still can step up. So maybe still Winning Dreamer should be better because they're lightweight.
Yeah, a bit of hesitation though then, Mark, from Frankie about the two of them. They've both definitely got some upside to them, but maybe Winning Dreamer a little bit more.
Just like Winning Dreamer's a tactical nous more than anything, Andrew. You just look through his form line. It's got good trip and handy, and he puts himself into the right spot. And he's a horse, Paul, that makes his own luck in the races that we've seen plenty of times.
Yeah, exactly. And the weight's key, I think, in this race. He only has to carry 113, whereas a Big Party 121. So, yeah, of the two, I prefer Winning Dreamer as well.
OK, all right. And I think the market reflects that at this stage as well. But let's have a look at the Group 1 horse in the field and the horses that chased him home last time out, because this is almost a rerun of the Centenary Sprint Cup. But now, of course, we're into handicap conditions. So a big swing at the weights. Regency Legend, this was a huge run in second place. He'd been off the track for a long time. Big Party, we've just seen him. Slightly hidden there in third. Voyage Warrior went pretty hot this day, so probably did well to stick on for fourth. Computer Patch to his outside. And then Buddies, Paul, this is probably the one. Buddies would be a bit of surprise if he was able to win, but he's still in the field with every chance.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it was a nice win from Hot King Prawn, and most deserved to win the Group 1. He went away and won it nicely. Now, the race conditions aren't really going to suit him. Well, they don't suit him, do they? Because he has to carry the weight, and he has to give weight to... This was set weight, so he has to give away to all his horses behind him. But the way he won, I think he's got them covered.
I've got him in for sure, Hot King Prawn. He is class and Group 1 winning horse there, as we can see. Just a lot of weight between him and Winning Dreamer, 20 pounds, and Skyfield. He's certainly in because he's just such a classy, talented animal.
12 pounds better off Regency Legend is on their last meeting. Now here's Skyfield, Mark. This was just a breathtaking win. Visually, he couldn't have done this any better at the Valley.
Absolutely, and he blew the clock apart at his first start at Happy Valley when he ran fourth. The thing from this race, Paul, that really took was he pins the ears back from the 200-metre mark, and rather than run up to them and have a bit of a gawk around and look at them, he just runs through the line like we haven't seen from him before. Yeah,
it was a really good run from him, and he went straight as well. He's been a little bit green in a couple of his races, but everything seems to be really clicking for this horse now, and again, he's dangerous on his weight as well. He's going to carry 113.
Now, Alexi Bedell rode in that day. Keith Young takes a great ride for Keith, but Alexi will ride this horse, Wellington, off the lightweight. Zach obviously can't do the 1-1-3. The thing that impresses me most about this horse, Paul, is the way he travels into the race. He looks like a group horse.
He does. He definitely does. Look, he's the one that's way out of the handicap here, but he's rated 96 compared to 126. He's still going to get in with a slight weight of 113, though, and he's just a really nice horse, and he just keeps finding and look, I like him again in this race as well. It's such a good race, this one, and just the way the weights are, it's going to suit him.
This is one of the best non-group races we've seen in a long time here. Just the form that came out of that race, Andrew, we spoke about it earlier. Duke Wise raced well, Roman Turbos up to 1,400 metres. Sight Success was unbeaten going into it, and Skyfield's one out of it too.
Yeah, all right, back to Regency Legend. We saw that run behind Hot King Prawn, but he was first up for a long, long time then, Mark. Previous start had been December 2019, so I suppose there's a chance of second up itis, but he's been back at the trials.
Full credit to Danny Schum for the job he did to have him as ready as he was for that placing behind Hot King Prawn. He's actually 1 second up as well, so that might temper that second up itis somewhat from him, but he's picked a very strong race to have his second run in, Paul. As good as he was, the trial was nice too, but there's some very talented horses around him.
Yeah, just after this long break in second up, it just was a little query for me with him. But look, you wouldn't be surprised if he won.
Yeah, well, I said before, Buddies, I think, would be a surprise to me, but outside of that, I think they've all got some sort of chance. So where did you end up, Paul?
Well, I've gone with the weights. I've gone down the bottom. I know they're out of the handicap, but I just think that these are the chance to beat Hot King Prawn, these horses, because they are on the still on the upgrade with a lightweight. And if they don't beat Hot King Prawn in this one, then it's going to be trouble later in the season when they meet on sort of set weight. So Winning Dreamer on top from Wellington, Skyfield, and then Hot King Prawn, 7, 9, 8, 1.
That's the same for us, Paul, just a different order. Skyfield from the inside draw, just the way he came back second up and ran through the line. Wellington is just all class. They're at 10-1 and 9-1 respectively. Unlikely they're going to start anything like that come Saturday. Hot King Prawn, he still only had the 23 starts and he's a 12-time winner, and number 7 Winning Dreamer to round out the top 4. But there's another 2 or 3, as you said, outside of them. What a race. 8, 9, 1 and 7.
Really looking forward to it. I've got the same 4 numbers again, but we've all gone for a different winner. The up-and-comers, I think Wellington, if he can get a leader as long as possible, I think he'll run past me. He's a very, very exciting horse, as is Skyfield and Winning Dreamer as well. So that's the 7th great Class 1 there for race number 7. Still an all-weather race to come. That's race number 8. Staying on the turf, though. Sorry, race number 9 for the all-weather. We're on the turf again, though, for race 8.